channel. I'm Doris. I'm here to show you about my stock account. So today we're going to be talking about the global central bank monetary policy shifts and what are the directions of those emerging market economies are heading towards and those established economies. Since the second half of the year, the possibility of a rate cut is big, and people begin to wonder about whether the global central banks, like the Fed or the European Central Bank, will start having rate cuts as early as the end of the year. And given that the CPI, the price for consumer goods, have been dropping and at an expected pleasant level, and then at the same time the currency volatility for capital outflow risk are the risk for emerging markets to lose, because for the Federal Reserve to raise its interest rate, the global capitals are naturally flew back to US for a greater return on investments on average. Therefore, it posed a bit of challenge for developing countries, because they have to manage even worse economic development with the lack of capital in their economy circulating, and also they have to raise their benchmark interest rate, to be at least as high as the US interest rate, US Fed interest rate, to attract investors, and then also to manage the higher risk of inflation in their own economy. For example, in England and several European nations such as Italy, Greece, are suffering great percentage of inflation in these few past years. And furthermore, another geopolitical conflict, like the Russia and Ukrainian conflict, is another driver for inflation, and also challenging the prices for essential goods like energy and crude oil, and tracking down on the supply and manufacturing industry for the developing economies. For some economies, the central banks have suspended from raising interest rates because they could not handle the cost of raising it. And back to the US, that the Chairman Jerome Powell reiterated that it's just the determination to control the inflation back to 2%, and that there's possibilities that the Fed will, and in the Jackson Hole Economic Forum, he reiterated that there's possibility for even economic increase, the policy, the interest rate increase, if the data turns out to be unpleasant. At the same month, the Bank of England suspended raising interest rates ever since last November, when the inflation was hard to control in its own country. That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and see you next episode.